Welcome back to Travel Show Live. We're very happy to have Bob Binder here from Oceania Cruises. Bob, thank you very much for being here today, sir.
Wonderful to be here.
Thank you very much. That's nice of you. Now, let's talk first of all, the onboard experience.
Yes.
I think that a lot of times we're faced with so many choices out there, which is, I suppose, a good thing, but your experience really is unique and different. How do you differentiate to the consumer?
Well, we're quite different in a few ways. First of all, when you come on board the ship, every cruise ship has its own personality. And ours certainly does. It has a very bold, big personality. It's very warm and welcoming. Throughout the ship, it's traditional sorts of furnishings, but here and there we have some contemporary things mixed in as a little bit elements of whimsy. The artwork that you see throughout the ship can be anything from antique nautical pieces all the way to contemporary pieces such as Picasso's or Mirau's mixed together. One thing that we always strive for is we want to feel like a boutique European type of hotel, that warm, family-owned kind of atmosphere. So some of the other furnishings we use might be the Baker types of furniture, things that you'd find in a really high-end country estate. A big part of our focus also is the dining experience. We have 4 open seating restaurants on the ships, and they have no surcharges at any of these restaurants.
That's smart.
One is our grand dining room. When you enter the grand dining room, we have the beautiful Versace china, the Riedel stemware, the Cristofal silver, and a wonderful array of dishes. Every day there's 6 appetizers and 8 different main courses, and the menu changes and evolves every single day. We also have our Italian dining restaurant. It's 7-course Italian dining, and many of those dishes used there actually come from family recipes from our crew members.
Well, one of the things that I liked, I noted too that, when we're going on these cruises, we are supposed to be spending time in ports. That is what we're supposed to be doing. And the idea here that you guys are taking us right off the ship and making sure you can be as involved as you want to be with Oceania in port, correct?
Yes, we go to 230 different ports a year right now, and we're always looking for new opportunities. So next summer, in the Europe 2010 season, we have 30 brand new itineraries.
Oh, wow.
So some ports that we're going to now is everybody loves Italy.
Yeah.
And now we just introduced going to Cinque Terre. So many of our guests haven't had a chance to visit that before. Now Cinque Terre is part of our itineraries.
Oh, wow.
And for the first time next year, we'll go all the way up to the polar ice caps, and we'll be exploring Iceland, and we'll be going back to Asia and to Myanmar, to Burma, so a whole variety of different ports.
Wow.
But we want to also make sure that we don't just stop by briefly. We get there first thing in the morning, and we leave as late in the evening as possible, so the guests have the full day to explore.
Nice. So they're not running back to the ship at noon,
No, you have time. And in many of these ports, we do overnights. So for instance, on our Baltic itineraries, we do 3 full days in St. Petersburg, and that's a great way to see it.
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the best ways to see it, as far as I'm concerned.
Another thing we do also, we go to Venice. Venice is quite an expensive city. So when we go there, we have the ship there for 2 full days, and the guests can use the ship that way as a floating hotel. So we have extended times in each of these ports of call.
Do you have a favorite ship? Come, be honest. It's okay. You can tell us.
Well, I love our 3 existing ships, and we have a new one that's coming out too that we're very excited about.
What's the release date on it?
In December of 2010, our newest ship, the Marina, is going to be coming out.
Nice. Can we book on that now or soon?
Bookings are going to start in September.
Okay.
And on that ship, there'll be 6 open seating restaurants with no surcharges. There'll be a beautiful Canyon Ranch spa and our new Culinary Arts Center.
That's very smart. Tell me about that a little bit.
Well, in the Culinary Center, what it is, some other cruise lines, they have the opportunity to teach cooking classes. And I'd say it's kind of look but don't touch. Their classes, somebody stands in the front, teaches the class, and maybe you get to ask a couple questions at the end. At our Culinary Center, you actually have your own stove and ovens and burners, and it's very, very hands-on. You're cooking side by side with the chefs. And it kind of works nicely with the destinations. Because in some of these ports, you'll get off in the morning, head to the local farmer's market or the local seafood market, bring the ingredients back, and actually cook with those local ingredients.
Oh, wow.
So maybe you're in Italy, you'll go shoreside and get some basil, some pine nuts, and some olive oil, and bring that back and just make an amazing pesto. And do it side by side.
Is this cruise line for everybody? Can anybody be on it?
Well, certainly. Our average length of the cruise is 14 days, so the cruise is a little bit longer. So you have to have a little bit of time off to do that.
Good.
But we have a variety of ages in our cruises. Many of the guests are quite experienced because they like the variety and the unique itineraries. But the guests on our ship can be any variety of ages.
Good. Very good. Thank you, sir, for doing this today.
Thank you. It's been a delight.
We really appreciate it. We'll be right back.